Welcome to another interesting lesson on my channel. In my previous sessions, I've been discussing about the properties of the different elements of speech. I've completed the properties of nouns, the properties of verbs. Today, I'm going to talk about the properties of adjectives. So let's get started. Adjectives are those words that describe nouns. Now, without adjectives, the sentence would be boring, as we would not have much information about the noun. So adjectives are necessary to give us more information and describe about the noun. The different properties are the order, the modify nouns, the position, and the comparison. We'll be discussing about each of these in a detailed manner. Let's start with a simple example. This is my lovely mug. First, you need to find the noun. So in this sentence, the noun is mug. So what is the word that describes the word mug? Mug is a noun, and therefore the adjective that describes the word mug is lovely. Now you may find that the adjective lovely is modifying only the noun mug. The box is green with bright red bows. So what can you say about this sentence? Can you spot the nouns and the adjectives here? The nouns here are the box. Box is the noun, and bows. Bows is also another noun. Now what are the words that describe these nouns? The box is green. Green is the word that describes the noun box, and bright red bows. So bright and red are the other two words that describe the noun bows. You can see that the adjective only modifies the noun red bright bows. Will you say it in this way, or will you say bright red bows? Of course, you will choose the second option, which is bright red bows. So here, if you notice, the adjectives are placed in a certain order. So here we talk about the appearance first, which is bright, and then we're talking about the color. So the order is the appearance and then the color. So there is an order in which the adjectives should be written. Otherwise, the sentence may sound absurd. The small, square, old blue book on the left. So in this particular sentence, we have followed a particular order in which the adjectives have been written. Though we may not use so many adjectives to describe a noun in normal speaking, this sentence is just an example to give us some clarity about the order in general. So if you notice, we find that this is the order that we have followed. It is the size, then the shape, the appearance, and finally we're talking about the color. So this is the way we need to place the adjectives so that it may sound proper. Let's move on to the next property, which is the property of the position of the adjective. Depending upon the position of the adjective, which is when the adjective comes before the noun or if the adjective comes after the noun. In both these cases, the adjectives are different. If you say, the box is green. Here we have got the noun box, and then the adjective come after the linking verb is. So green is the adjective that comes after the noun box. So in this case, you can say that the adjective green is completing the whole sentence, which means it acts predicatively. It is acting as a complement of the sentence. The adjective green acts as a complement of this particular sentence. In the next example, if I rephrase the sentence, the green box. The green box. Here, green is the adjective and box is the noun. So you can see clearly here that the adjective comes before the noun box. So in such cases, you can say that the adjective is attributive in nature. The final property which we are going to discuss about is the property of the comparisons. It can be also referred to as the degrees of adjectives. So there are three different degrees to an adjective. They are the absolute, the comparative, and the superlative. So in these three cases, we use them differently. The first case, which is absolute, is used when there is no comparison happening. We are just describing the noun. Whereas the next case, which is the comparative case, it is used when we are comparing two different cases. And finally, the superlative case is used when we are comparing one case with many other cases. He is strong. Is there a comparison happening in this particular sentence? No. There is no comparison happening in this sentence. We are just stating a fact, which is he is strong. So, strong is going to be the adjective, which is in the absolute case. He is stronger than me. So, now is there a comparison happening? Yes. Now there is a comparison happening between two cases, which is he and me. So here, stronger is the adjective in the comparative case. He is the strongest in his class. So now what's happening? There is a comparison happening between one case and many other cases. Strong is an adjective which has got a single syllable, which means when you say strong, you can hear only a single syllable, which means a single vowel sound is being heard, which is the O sound. So in such cases, when you have got single syllables, add ER in the comparative form and EST in the superlative form. Whereas there are some other adjectives that are more than one syllable. For example, thoughtful. Thoughtful is an adjective in this absolute form, but when you are using the comparative form, you should write it as more thoughtful. You should add more. And finally, in the superlative form, you should write most thoughtful. There are some adjectives that can use both these forms, which is the regular form as well as the form that requires more and most. For example, we take the adjective friendly. Now, friendly is the absolute form. You can say friendlier in the comparative form, and in the superlative form, you can say friendliest. But in the comparative form, you can also say more friendly. Superlative form, you can say most friendly. Both these cases are correct. Nada's sister is friendlier than her. Or you can say Nada's sister is more friendly than her. So these two cases are correct. Today, we have covered all the properties relating to adjectives. With this lesson, you can clear all your doubts regarding adjectives. So stay tuned to my next lesson on another interesting topic. Thank you for watching.